at Apperbush. And a Martinborough Club stalwart, absolutely great guy, great man, great rugby man.
And as you say that, of course, Zach Guilford, another All Black and Māori All Black walking into the tunnel. He's going to be a huge impact in the game for Greytown today, isn't he?
Yeah, look, Zach Guilford's experience has been huge this year. His impact in the game's a lot around his experience, right around his head. He just makes really good decisions a lot of the time, which is just really impressive. He's definitely going to have a big impact today. Yep.
Look, we're in for a cracker. We've got Greytown unbeaten all season. They've been tested, there's no question about that. And Carterton, who have just slogged it week in, week out, and have got the victories and taken those W's when they need them to get them into the position they are, and deserved finalists. We have got the two best teams in Wairarapa Bush Club Rugby here today in the grand final, no doubt.
Absolutely, absolutely. A couple of interesting points of today. Carterton have got Inia Katia playing at fullback. He's had about 88 games for Wairarapa Bush and a lot of sevens rugby as well. And he's just a goer. He's just in everything. And he's someone to watch today, number 15 for Carterton. I'm pretty excited about Inia. And on the reverse there, we have Nick Cully-Olsen, who's played over 80 games for Wairarapa Bush. He's actually playing first five today.
Is he? That's an interesting
change.
He's
playing first five. He snapped his Achilles about 3 years ago and he lost a bit of his zip. And just in the last few weeks, I've noticed it's back. Yep. And he's actually really, really dangerous. Like he's got that zip back, that old Cully zip that he used to have, and that could be interesting today. You know, I'm really interested in that. Another point today is Paul Potsy Pottinger is helping Childsie with the coaching, and what's interesting about those two is Potsy coached Childie in 1995 to win the championship. Childsie got 2 tries. So there's a bit of synergy there, eh? So
there is. Of course, Paul Podger's been a long-time coach too in the past at Wairarapa College, and has been involved in and out of the rugby scene for a very, very long time. Right, I'm going to go sideline. We're going to get this music cranked up, and I'll come back to you shortly, Tony.
Yep, sounds good. Sounds good. So as BG makes his way down to the turf, we've got about three minutes before we get into the game. Also want to have a bit of a shout out to referee Alistair Payne. This will be his 7th grand final in a row, which is absolutely amazing effort from Ali. He's been the best ref going around for some time now, and that's pretty exciting for him. He's done over 150 Premier Club games, which is just huge. And without those guys, day in, day out, is just massive. Leading on from a number of really good referees we've had in the Wairarapa, which is really, really good. There's also a couple of other interesting points on today. Is Greytown's got a loose head prop, likes to be called Tolu is his first name, and Tolu is a Tongan international player who made his debut in 2018. Also played for the Hurricanes in 2015, and he word on the street is he actually said no to Tonga this week. They rung him up. They got a game against the Cook Islands, and he said, "Look, I can't do that to my club team. I can't do that to my boys." And he's decided to turn up and play for Greytown today. So watch for Tolu, number 1. He's been playing for Hawke's Bay quite a bit lately too. Carterton, they've got Daryl Pickering playing at halfback today. Daryl's been absolute stalwart of that club. He's the captain. He does so much for that club. It's just absolutely amazing. And he's had a rough couple of 3 weeks with a family tragedy, and it's really, really good. Carterton have all supported and got behind him, and Daryl is always huge. He has a massive influence on a game. He's got a great kicking game, and he's got a great head on his shoulders. But I'm quite excited about watching Daryl go around today, which is really, really exciting. On the strengths and weaknesses of both squads, Carterton has got a lot of what I'd call Fijian flair in the backs, which is really, really exciting. They've got Asiri Waka on the wing. He's been, and then they've got Sokapo and Inia, obviously, at fullback, and Tamilau, number 14 today. All really, really exciting. You know, they like to run the ball. They do really cool offloads. It'll be really, really exciting watching those boys today, yeah? So this will be something really, really special to watch. Carterton's got a lot, and Greytown's got an amazing front row. So watch for Greytown to try and put a lot of pressure on Carterton up front today, because that's where they'll look to put the pressure on. Lewis Bush has probably been the number 1 player in club rugby this year. He's just such a dominant figure in any game of rugby he plays. So watch for him, number 3, Lewis Bush. Really, really exciting. Scrummager and his work rate around the field. He'll have 8 to 10 hit-ups. The other guy to mention is Tupou. He's a pretty special player. So now we're going to whip over to BG, and we'll be back on the commentary shortly.
Today is going to be a cracker. There's no doubt about it. The best two teams are in this final. They are Greytown, unbeaten all season, and Carterton, who have worked their absolute butts off to get here, and well deservedly so. Let's hear it. We've got plenty of support for Carterton. Let's hear you, Carterton. There we go. It's the battle of the bridge that comes to Marston. Let's hear you, Greytown. Oh, we are ready for an absolute cracker. If you haven't got your hot dog, you're going to have to wait till half time. The teams are about to run out. We've got Pete Simmons and Chris Jeffries for 50 degrees today, and he's done over 150 Premier games. Please put your hands together for Alistair Payne. Probably the man in the middle today is we are just slipped away actually from the start of it.
He's been huge.
Please welcome leading Carterton out, Darryl Pickering. Ladies and gentlemen, leading out Greytown, Zach Clifford.
Okay, so Kingy's wearing number 22.
What's that?
Kingy Kaiwai's wearing number, it says here actually, he's wearing number 22. Yep.
Wearing 22.
Yep. And Sam Walton Sexton, who's a reserve, is wearing number 15. Cool.
I like that. We have to get underway.
We're good to go. Ali Payne signalling time on. Sam Morrison from Carterton about to take the kick. Here we go. Grand final time. It's game on. Sam Morrison to kick off. Sam Morrison kicks it nice and deep. He puts it, and then Greydown's let it bounce straight away. Taylor Fenwick takes the ball, and that's a high tackle early on, which referee Payne, there'll be none of that today. Referee Payne penalises him straight away. And that's not such a great start from Carterton, giving away the penalty there, but then also Greydown not so. There's a few nerves early on from Greytown. So Mo'o Falaniko about to take the clearing kicks. You'll notice from Mo'o he has got a very large boot when he connects. And as he found touch, here we go. There we go. That's an example of Mo'o's huge boot finding touch just over halfway, which has ended up a really, really nice start for Greytown. Lance Buchanan to throw into the first line out. Both teams have got a good line out today. Lance will look to settle those nerves early and find one of the big men. And there we go. It's taken in there by Rihi Brown. I think Rihi might be wearing number 25. I'll just confirm that, but that's it looks like that's who it is. And Greydown take it into the right, and it's a turnover, collapse maul. So well done from Carterton there. And as BG just makes his way up after doing all the ground announcing, he had to peel up those stairs and get himself sorted. He gets to sit here for the first scrum, which this is one of the areas that Greydown look to dominate. BG, welcome.
Oh, mate, it's good to be back up here. Unlike Anton Persigo, I'm excessively fit, so I made it up here with that puffing. Over to you again while I breathe.
So the first scrum of the day. This will be really interesting. This is where I feel that Greydown will try and put a lot of heat on Carterton, with Lewis Bush there at number 3 and Tolu at number 1. Both very, very good scrummages, very, very good props. Carterton with Blair Hemming and Marshall Loeb at loose head, with Torongo Tiki playing at hooker. who played for Wararepabush last year at hooker and flanker. So Pickering about to put the ball in the scrum. And straight away, Greydown start to put the heat on. And the scrum drops down on the tight head, Carterton's tight head side, through Blair Hemming. He's an experienced player. He would have played 100 to 150 games for Carterton over the years. He's been around a long time, has Blair. And he's got a really, really big job today trying to mark Tolu, who, as I said earlier, is an international prop. He's had one game for Tonga and one game for the Hurricanes in 2015.
I'm glad he chose to play in the Moose Kapene Cup final rather than getting the call-up.
How cool was that? How cool was that? He turned down Tonga today, who were playing the Cook Islands, so he could play in the final.
Outstanding.
It's pretty cool. So, Ali, I read both teams, as they were in the reserves final, both teams are just feeling each other out early in these scrums. It always happens. Referee Payne just giving both teams a chance to settle before he starts giving penalties and free kicks.
I would have gone with testing each other, Tony, rather than filling each other out, but you know.
I love it. Absolutely.
We'll go with that for today. Hey, look, there's some good experience in these front rows too. We talked a lot about Lewis Bush earlier, his fitness levels and where he's at. And, you know, you mentioned earlier you reckon he's potentially the best player in club rugby this year.
I do. Yep.
In there at, Lucid, is he?
Tight head,
sorry. And then you've got, you know, Tarongo Tiki, who is just an outstanding hooker for Carterton.
He made the Cook Islands squad this year, BG.
Yeah, he did. And, you know, it just, there's so much experience and still a little bit of youth. The likes of Kane Osborne there, the second 5'8" for Carterton, and the unpredictable Inikatia.
Yep, absolutely.
But then you've got Shane Harmon. I mean, you know, fantastic winger. Kingi Kawai in there, and wow.
And there it goes. That's that pressure I was talking about early. Blair Hemming at number 3, just struggling to control the power of Tolu at loose head and drops the scrum, and that was always going to be the tough part for Carterton. So Mo'o Falaniko steps up for the penalty here, BG. He's a huge boot, but not always the most accurate.
Isn't it funny how we're nearly 4 minutes into this game? This is exactly how the Ryan Cup started.
It is.
Almost exactly the same spot. And the game we just watched, if you just joined us, Master Red Star winning that by 1 point. This is kind of how the senior reserve final started. So who knows? We've had a 2-point win, a 1 point win. Do we want to call extra time already? Or?
For our hearts, I hope it's I hope it's not quite that tight.
No, look, it's been a really, really good day of rugby here at Trust House Memorial Park, and I think to all the volunteers, everyone that's been involved in making today possible and go ahead like it has, a huge round of applause.
As Mo'o Falaniko lines up the penalty here, it's about 36 metres out from the posts. Strikes it nicely.
Looks pretty good.
And it's straight over. It's a good start from Greytown as they take the lead.
And the first point
3 points to 0.
The Christmas Kapene Memorial Cup Senior Premier Final. Scored penalty to number 11 for Greytown, Mumu Falaniko.
As Sam Morrison looks to drop out again to restart. So Rihi Brown is in number 25 there, which is going to help.
Nick Olsen taking the...
That's the second kickoff that hasn't gone well for Greytown. They need to sort that out. And here goes young Zach Wakefield. It's a nice burst. He had a good season last year too, did Zach. Gus McKinnon there with another nice unders line, running a really, really good line. Going to Sam Morrison, putting a nice little chip through. And Kingi Kaiwai just takes it over the sideline to settle it down.
You know, we talked earlier, Tony, in the previous game, you know, it was about, I think, 3 sets of brothers that played in both of those teams. And you've got, both the Wakefield boys in here as well.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's great, isn't it? Dad's the trainer.
Yep.
So I don't know what's worse, actually, playing with Dad or having him as your trainer, because you know he's going to be a bit harder on you.
Absolutely. And there was a not straight there from Carterton, unfortunately for them. That was a really, really good attacking position. It was only 7 metres from the line. But it's really, really cool in these clubs, BG. I agree with you, seeing these families, you know, the brothers and the dads, you know. I see Wakefield Senior here too, Steve. He's here supporting.
Great stuff.
I've seen him here before, and he's here supporting, and I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. Yep, absolutely.
I love that. And his wife, Mrs. Wakefield. Thank you.
Good old comp from Carterton.
Yeah.
Yep. It's great. Go to Zach Guilford. Zach Guilford takes the hit up into the midfield.
Carterton put 2 players on him. They want to shut him down.
Yep, absolutely. Greydown will look to find Moore, who puts that ball down the field. Another huge punt. Oh, and he's knocked it on, unfortunately. Tami Lau has knocked it on.
Did he touch it? Or was it the... Yeah, no, he did.
He's a very, very exciting player, Tami Lau. He just needs to be able to put that mistake down and not worry about it.
One of the Greytown guys has gone down, mate, in a world of trouble. He did not look very happy at all.
So I can't quite see who's gone down there. That looks like Mo'o, Falaniko. Okay. Interesting point there from Anton Persico that Greydown's only gone in with 2 back reserves today. So they wouldn't really want to get an early back injury. He's also the goal kicker too.
Yeah, luckily they've got Nick Olsen, obviously, that can kick goals. You know, they do have other options. Taylor Fenwick, even if you need to. But, yeah, no, it's... I mean, we saw that earlier on with Jake Gibbs from us and Red Star.
Yeah.
You know, he got injured in the first 10.
No, you train all year and...
To have your dreams dashed by an injury in the first few minutes of a final would be just gutting.
Absolutely. Yep, and Nick Cully-Olsen is playing first 5, yeah. Yep. Like I said earlier, JB, he's really got a zip back this year. Yeah, he's a stalwart. He's played over 80 games for Wairapa Bush, and he's
electrified many a game.
Yeah, sure has. He's very electric. As Greydown here, I've got the scrum on just over halfway here. And they just hold nice and steady. As Taylor Fenwick clears to Nick Olsen, who gives it to Zach Guilford. And the short ball there to Popata, who makes... Samuel, actually, sorry, that's Samuel. Hits it up through the midfield. Taylor Fenwick gets quick ball to Ruben Weber, taking 2 off the ruck. Greydown just trying to get through some phases now. It's a little bit slower, that ball. Taylor's going to have to go in there. Taylor Fenwick clears it out to Kingi Kaiwai, running at the hooker. Pops a little ball, and he knocks it on.
Yeah.
Carterton get the turnover. No. So there's a knock on there against Greydown. Carterton scrum. It's just a few nerves, BG.
Oh, there is a few nerves out there, which is understandable. We're 8 minutes 40 in. We talked about work rates of players. So keep an eye on Ruben Weber today. He's got one of the a huge work rate around the paddock, and I think you were seeing for at least probably 60 minutes.
Yeah, I completely agree. Interesting fact about Ruben Weber is Ruben's actually in my first 15. He's a fair age, Rube.
You're showing your age. Actually, Anton Persico, of course, is one of our from the Childs and Persico show. He coaches a Kiranui side. Maybe we'll see some of them in Wairapa Bush in the future.
That'll be good. That'll be good. Another collapsed scrum. Scrums they're not going cleanly early in the game, unfortunately. And it's 3 points to 0 to Greytown here after 9.5 minutes of play. And Pickering to put the ball in the scrum. Pickering puts it in. That's a better scrum from Carterton. Pickering clears out to Morrison. And Morrison to Iniakatia. Out to Vaka. And he's an exciting player, isn't he, BG?
Oh, very exciting to watch him run around the paddock, mate. He's got some wheels, really does. And the hits are starting to come in now.
Yeah.
Ferocious around the ruck. Mike Clogue, underrated this man, I believe.
Yeah, no, he's a workaholic, isn't he, Clogie?
Yep.
Also, watch for number 8 from Carterton, Tupou. He's just got an incredible work rate. He does so many hit-ups in a game of rugby. He's an amazing player. Tupou Lelamanu. He'll also go into prop later in the game. Iniakatia attacking the line. Oh, beautiful ball. Pops it off. Oh, here's trouble. Here's trouble. Number 4. And he's got it in Tupou. Oh, he's ruled a forward pass. Oh, unlucky. Ooh, that was a beautiful play from Carterton.
Former Mayor of Carterton sitting in here going, okay, it was just forward. All right, just. Forward is forward.
Tami Lau there.
Take a look at this on the replay.
Look at that from Tami Lau. Beautiful play, beating 2-3 players. Look at his sharp feet.
Great speed there, and just that one there.
Oh, it's a Tarongo.
Yeah,
yeah, fair call. Well done, referee Payne. Right on the money there. There was no stopping Big Tupou.
Look at the look on his face. It's like, oh, come on. Look, it is what it is, but it just shows the danger Carterton have out wide.
Absolutely. They've got a lot of flair. Yep, absolutely. That's the danger they pose. And that's cleared back there to Nick Cully-Olsen, to Zach Guilford with the wipers kick across the field. It's a big nudge from Guilford. It goes over the top of Inia. Inia's touched it, so
carried back.
It's carried back. And Inia can do anything. He's that type of guy, little chip and chase. Let's play on. So Taylor Fenwick with a little, oh, that's chip and chase from Taylor. If that ball stays in, it could be interesting. Well done, young man. One Wakefield back there covering up. That's Logan.
Oh, he's in danger territory now, though. Carterton need to get rid of this and get rid of it quickly. Katia there.
And Sam Morrison clears it. Scrambles, but it's a clearance. Well done. Oh, Cheyenne Harmon. That was almost look out, but he must have had his foot on the line. Touched Judge Simmons right on the ball.
Both ends of the paddock. It is a fantastic finals footy. just that one little mistake can make such a big difference.
And Torongo, Tiki, throw the ball on the line out here. Oh, well done. Nice line out. Logan Wakefield takes that nicely at the front. And Sam Morrison clears.
Yeah, makes no bones about that one. It's straight to the the grandstand, basically.
Absolutely. Playing sensibly. So Lance Buchanan to throw in for Greytown here.
He's been playing for Greytown for a number of years now.
He has now, Lance. He's become a bit of a stalwart, actually. Yeah. Probably over 10 years Lance has been down there, originally from Marston Red Star.
He'll be pretty happy if he gets a double today, then, won't he? Past and present.
Absolutely. And Rihi Brown wins the line out.
Well done. Very well done. Guilford with the bump.
Guilford with the bump off. Clogie, nice, beautiful tackle. Nice and low. Taylor Fenwick picks up to Lewis Bush. And Bushy beats one. Bushy still going. Oh, unfortunately, knocks that one on. And here we go. Here's trouble. He's exciting.
Go wide. Carterton got to go wide. They've got speedsters out wide.
Sokapo. Oh, he couldn't quite find Tamalau out there on the wing. Good stuff, Carterton. Counter-attack.
This is fantastic footy.
Clogie. Unfortunately, he's knocked that on. Referee playing advantage.
I actually thought that had gone straight down, but tough to tell from this angle.
Yeah, I thought it was a tough call, but love seeing the counter-attack from Carterton. They have no hesitation.
No.
Their space is there, that's where they're going. They've just got so much confidence in their game. See, that comes from those last 5 wins in a row. They've built a lot of confidence, haven't they, BG?
Hugely, and I think that's so important. I mean, they have been almost there or thereabouts. I remember a game against Gladstone, the finals, the game a few years ago now, and they just tipped over Martinborough in Carterton on a horribly wet day, not terribly unlike last week.
Yep.
And I think they'd played their final that day.
Yeah.
Today, on the other hand, whole different story. They have, I know it's a cliche, but it's a cliche for a reason. They've come to play.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, As Lewis Bush looks to be getting some attention. It's hard to see. He's got his back to us, as you can see, folks can see on the commentary. Looks like a wrist. Looks like he's getting his wrist strapped up there.
Yeah, either that or not enough mustard on the hot dog. I'm not quite sure. It's quite a bit of attention. No, Bushy has had a fantastic season. We mentioned him earlier, and a slight little mistake before, but keep an eye on this guy. Another guy that is one to watch, certainly for higher honours. I understand the Ferries Whatever Bush side is set to be named tomorrow. I'd be very surprised if his name isn't on that list.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He's got a huge work rate as well on top of his scrummaging. So Greytown have got the scrum here. They're about 12 metres inside Carterton's half. Quite a good attacking position, really. Cheyenne Harmon hasn't had a lot of ball yet. This might be a bit of an opportunity out here on the right. As Taylor Fenwick clears to Nick Olsen, to Zach Guilford, to Samuel through the midfield. Just a nice straight line there running through. No. Taylor Fenwick there to Lance Buchanan, taking the one off. Good support.
Carterton getting quick to that breakdown. They really want to get that turnover.
There goes Cheyenne. He's had a good season this season, the young fella. That looked fine. Good turnover from Carterton. Well done. And Pickering with a box kick. It's a nice box kick. Well done. Well done. Also Samuel. Nice play. Fenwick looking to pass. This will be Tunner Isaac. Nice hit up by Tunner. And Rihi to Tolu. Tolu knocks that one on. And referee Payne blows it up.
Yeah, we've seen a fair bit of nervous coming
We have.
coming out here. And, we might be 60 minutes in. It's only 3-0. But, it takes a while to get there. And when you've got, a team that was in the final last year that... most of those players played that game. They won't have forgotten that.
Yes.
But you've got to bury those ghosts early and get out there and concentrate on this year's game and make sure this year you're out there and doing what you need to do because, the past is the past. You've got to look forward.
Yep, exactly right. So Carterton scrum here.
Two fantastic halfbacks, aren't they?
Yeah, no, they're both going really, really well. That was a good scrum there from Carterton. That's good, solid run. Well done. Really good yardage there. Really good yardage there. Unfortunately, Carterton knocked it on. That was a really good run.
Halfback Pickering having a bit of a chat to the assistant referee, Pete Simmons here going, did you not see that? Did you not see that?
Absolutely.
It's amazing how many halfbacks in New Zealand are referees. Only at JAB, John. Certainly no more rules than Justin Marshall, I can assure you that.
I love it. Yeah, that wasn't so good last week, was it? Anyway. Taylor Fenwick feeds the scrum. It's a good solid scrum from Greydown. They're starting to get a bit of a heat on there. Taylor Fenwick to Nick Olsen. Beats one, beats Pickering. It's taken by Zach Wakefield. Nice. Out to Zach Guilford, looking for the inside runner to Tunner Isaac, bursting through on the inside. It's another nice run. Taylor Fenwick there quickly to recycle to Zach Guilford, but to Tunner Isaac ball. Again. Yeah, Greydown starting to get into a bit of flow here. They need to keep that ball going quickly. Iniakart here.
Straight through. You can't do that, buddy.
He's called him for coming in through the side.
And that's one of the key things you teach when you're coaching, Tony, as you'll know. Make the gate as narrow as possible so you get moments like that and you win those penalties.
Yeah.
It's exactly what Greytown have done with another attempt here at the posts. Currently 3-0, 18 gone.
So it's been a messy old start, I'd say, BG. That's the best way I can describe today. It's just been a bit messy. And and I think that just comes from nerves. I do. Both sides are just a bit nervous. There's a lot on this. Obviously, Greydown and Carterton, the history of those two clubs go back a long way. And they all play for the Grant Cup every year, and it's a big deal, these two clubs, and a lot of people sort of live in each other's towns, and
very much so.
It's everyone's been talking about it.
But what, 10 minutes between clubs?
Yep.
Maybe 12, 13 on a busy day.
Yeah, absolutely. And more. Fella Nico here to line up his second shot at goal.
We have seen some fantastic goal kicking on the park today. There's been no doubt about that.
The reserves game, Volibrit and TK Karatiana were just
outstanding. And
outstanding.
Talking
goal
to
kicking.
Isaac before, he said, we thought we had the game. We thought we had it.
And Moore hits that one. It's a little bit ugly, but it's over. Wow, that came off the boot a bit AWOL, but he...
Penalty of the afternoon for Greytown's number 11, Mumu Falanico, taking the score out. Greytown 6, Carterton 0.
It might be ugly, but it still works. At least that's what my wife says.
So that takes the score to 6-0 to Greytown after 20 minutes of play. It's a bit of an old conventional score, really, isn't it? 6-0.
I know.
Taylor Fenwick under the high ball there, and he finds Nick Olsen, who finds Zach Guilford. Zach Guilford passes it out wide there to Uso Samuel, who takes it up through the midfield there with really, really good support. Taylor Fenwick then clears back into Popata. Takes a nice hit up there. too wide of the ruck. Greydown getting really, really good quick ball here. Taylor Fenwick to Lewis Bush, who passes out the back to Kaiwai to Harmon. Harmon one-on-one here. Harmon, and he pops the ball out the back, Sonny Bill style. And referee Payne was playing advantage back to Greytown. And he comes back to about 5 metres inside Greydown's half there, so that would be a very large penalty shot if you were to take that from 55 metres. Greydown's looked like they were starting to get a bit of flow there.
Yeah, look, they've got a pretty good line out too, so now's your option to, middle of the field, you go left to right. They've opted for the kick, which is interesting.
They've opted for the shot at goal. I reckon that would, you'll be able to see it on the camera, it'd be 55?
55 metres.
55 metres.
Given that last kick was just over, but over nonetheless. It's a big call to make, and it's certainly a long way to get that ball down there.
I have seen Moore kick a couple of ginormous goals this year.
Yeah.
He's not always the most accurate, but he does have a huge amount of distance, so this will be really interesting.
Well, this will test the radar. There's really no wind out there at all. Light breeze would be generous, so this has got to be bang on target.
Absolutely. And just another shout out to the crowd. The crowd here is awesome.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
You can see from the camera there over the far side of the field. It's it's a huge crowd
the
here.
grandstand's pretty much full. So
grandstand's full. Fantastic. So Mo'o Alanico lines it up. 55 metres out. Strikes it.
Struck it well.
Strikes it very well.
Oh,
Ooh.
just off to the right there.
Didn't miss by much.
No.
Well, Carterton wouldn't want to be giving away too many penalties inside their own half.
No, and of course the good thing is it doesn't matter. The fact is they're back down there, and they're actually not going to lose any ground from that. So
No.
better to have a go and miss than not have a go at all.
Yeah, no, that's keep the pressure on down there. Sam Morrison here to take the drop out. Sam's the current Wairarapa Bush first five.
Right, so that's going to
Kicks
land
it
about
down.
5 metres inside of Carterton territory as Zach Guilford lines up, takes the run forward, has a little dance, but he's taken down. He's about 15, 20 metres in field now.
And that's Rongo Hiriyama, son of Joe Hiriyama, Greytown stalwart. Lewis Bush there to take the second hit up in that set. Okay, so Lewis Bush's knees were down, so that counts as a tackle technically. So referee Payne right on the ball there, BG.
Look, I think you go back to the kick now, don't you?
Yeah. And this is just a general warning. This is nothing too major for Carterton. And referee Payne just saying that's 3 or 4 penalties in a row down here in this end. Just to take it a bit easy, BG.
Look, it's I think it's a class move actually when you name the halfback captain because they generally talk the most. So you might as well put him in front of the referee. And Daryl Pickering is a talker. He's really, really good at it. Should have been a radio announcer, actually, Pickering. He is fantastic. He will be in your ear all day, which is what you want a halfback and you want a captain to do. I think we saw that earlier with Joe Hay. He managed to slow the play down a couple of times.
He was smart.
Just asking those questions.
Pickering's a fabulous player for Carterton over the years.
Oh, absolutely.
He's done a lot for the club. He's held the club together in some times when things are not going so well.
Yep.
He's always there, always at training. He's the type of club guy, team guy that you really want. A lot of time for Daryl. He'd have his blazer too for Wairarapa Bush, I would have thought. He's played a few games for Wairarapa.
He probably does, actually.
Yep. As Mo'o Falanico lines this one up. This one's probably 44 metres on the angle. Just to the right of the post. Hits that one very well.
He's got the distance.
And it's over.
Has the accuracy. It's 9-0.
It's a lovely kick.
Number 11 for Greyhound, Mumu Falanico with his third penalty of the afternoon, taking Greyhound out to 9, Carterton 0.
Right, Carterton are going to have to they're going to go deep on this one. Yeah,
Yes, they do.
have to.
Yep, absolutely. Greyhound just playing the percentages at the moment, just taking the shots at goal when they're on offer, just building the scoreboard pressure.
So when you look at the setup for Greytown, a short option across the deck wouldn't have been a silly idea.
No, you're right. It's a very big hit there from Vaka. Big hit.
Massive hit. Carterton pouring all their forwards in there, bar 3. No.
Taylor Fenwick's a tough little hombre though.
Oh, isn't he?
I've seen him take a lot of punishment over the years. Another good club man. To Rihi Brown. Rihi swings it across to Lewis Bush.
Oh, Bushy. Nice work.
And that's a good clean out there from Greydown. And that's Hiriyama with the hit up there. Just getting through his work now is Hiriyama. Fenwick there to Olsen. Olsen to Guilford. Guildford looks to find the inside line. Nice tackle there from Tarongo. And Cully backing him up there. That's Cully Olsen.
He's doing quite well on that step and that turn. He's got him out of a couple of tackles.
Absolutely. And Ihimuna there with a nice little play. Zach Guildford there. Oh, here we go. Here's trouble. Here's Vaka. He's very exciting, this fella. He does all sorts. Oh, it was a nice low tackle. Couldn't quite see who that was. Sam Morrison attacking the line. And they're holding him up. Lance Buchanan there making the tackle. Pickering.
They've got to be accurate here, Carterton.
To Clogie.
They need to hang on to that ball.
Yeah, they do. They need to build some They need to build some time with the ball. You're right. Some position aim. To Inia Cartier. Inia have a go at the line.
Unpredictable Cartier.
Yep.
Greytown shut him down. It's solid defence.
And that's Zach Wakefield. Those Wakefield boys are both getting through a lot of work. Both very industrious.
I'm sure Dad and Granddad have put the word on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Pickering in there to Inia Cartier.
Lovely inside ball.
That's a Logan Wakefield. Logan Wakefield with the break. Oh, McKinnon. Oh, bad luck.
Not what Carterton needed at this point, that's for sure.
Gus McKinnon, he was in a bit of space there if you watch it on the replay.
They were doing so well. Look at that, just powers it forward. The legs are going.
Maybe Taylor wasn't a good position to tackle him, but that was all go there. That was on. Bad luck, Gus McKinnon.
Yeah, they've had a bit of bad luck, both this side and the other side of the field, actually, with that forward pass earlier.
Yeah, true, yeah.
Great try-scoring opportunities.
They're just so dangerous on the counter, Carterton.
Very much.
Like, this is going to be one of those games where they can just go from anywhere.
And I think we're going to see this really open up in that second half.
Yeah, I agree.
What we're seeing at the moment is that willingness to go, no, I'm going to have a go. We're 9 points down. We're getting over that line.
Yep.
I question now whether if a penalty was awarded even here or anywhere near the post, whether Carterton would just go, try time. We won't take the 3.
Another big scrum there from Greydown. Out to Guildford. Guildford taking the unders line.
Oh, he's knocked it on.
But he knocks it on. Here we go. And it's going out wide now.
Huge
and there's
opportunity.
Tummy Lau. Oh, he couldn't quite. There's a nice tackle there.
He needed to straighten up.
Nice low tackle. Pickering in there, digging for the ball. Clears it nicely. Tapo. He's a powerhouse. Look at that. 1-2. Takes 3 to tackle him. The McKinnon there with the hit up. Good running. He's got to get to the ground. There he goes. Knees to the ground. Clear. It goes to Pickering. And there's young Wakefield again. Another good run. He's having a good game. Really good start to the game.
Carterton.
Out to Sam Morrison.
Carterton looking good. It's Cartier. He's unpredictable. He'll dance. No, Greytown have shut him down. And actually, Carterton have probably gone back at 6 or 7 metres now. Big
Blair Hing.
Yep, big Blair Hemming there. It's over 100 games for Carterton, that man.
Yep. Carterton just slowing it down now. Just retaining possession, getting through some phases. It can work both ways. It also gives Greydown's defence time to set. Nice run from Wakefield. That's Zach Wakefield.
Advantage
to Carterton. Right, Carterton get a free shot here. Carterton need to go wide. They've got a free shot.
It might close.
Pickering.
Doesn't matter. They've got the advantage.
Oh, that was a free shot though, BG. That was almost cynical, I would say. Like, Carterton were dangerous then. And he takes a quick tap.
He's brought down. He's about 3 metres short of the line.
Carterton going to the pick and drive. Oh, that's try.
Outstanding.
That's
well
a
done,
try.
Carterton. That is fantastic. Again, it comes down to the closeness and the body position and the power and drive that has gone through there.
I'm just going to check now. It's not Tapo, it's the one on the far side. It was Tarongo Tiki. Number 2.
Outstanding.
Carterton scored by number 2, Tarongo Tiki.
Oh, 10 minutes to go in this half, Tony, and Carterton needed that. They needed to get back into the game.
They did.
9-5, kick to come. 2-point ball game at half-time would make things really interesting once again. We've seen it before a couple of times today, so...
We sure have. Sam Morrison's a nice goal kicker. Don't want to put the commentator's curse on young Sam, but he is a nice goal kicker.
He's nailed that one. Very nice. Yeah. Straight over the black dot.
And number 10 for Carterton, Sam Morrison, successful conversion.
It's 9-7. 30 minutes gone.
Down 9,
First
Carterton
half.
7.
It's a nice close battle as we expected. That'll give Carterton a bit of momentum. Greydown dominated the first 20 minutes, and Carterton now just really needed that try. And Mo'o Falaniko to kick off.
We are hoping to catch up with Anton Persico sideline shortly, but he's having trouble with his Nokia. So
Mo'o puts it high in the air. That's Zach Wakefield, takes that into the setup. Pickering with the box kick. Tanner Isaac under the ball. And it's gone backwards. No.
has it?
No.
No.
Knocked it on. Payne's been consistent, as we thought the other one that Carterton did earlier was.
Yeah.
So that's fine. It's
Over 150 Premier games now. I mean, that's impressive, isn't it?
absolutely. Absolutely.
I'd hate to add those up in kilometres.
Yep.
I think you run somewhere between, depending on the game, 9 and 12 kilometres a game.
Really?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
The only one fitter than generally the referee is the halfback.
Yep.
So,
It sure is. And Pickering feeds the scrum. Greydown putting some big heat on there now. But they managed to still get the ball out. It's a skip out ball to the centre, Sakapo. Oh, and he misses the tackle. Oh, well done. Zach Guilford cleans that up nicely. Carterton, no. Plenty of numbers there, no problem. McKinnon in there to play halfback to Pickering. Standing at first receiver to Tupo with a nice run. That's his fourth hit up of the first half. Pickering in there to McKinnon. McKinnon beats the first player and runs into traffic.
nice little dance and spin there as Carterton pile 3 or 4 in there as Pickering gets the ball back out. Carterton really testing the Greytown line. Might be a
And that's big
question.
Tupo again. It's his fifth hit up. There's a
Cartier.
puts it
He's got to
outside.
go wide. He's got to go wide. That's a great ball.
Tarongo standing out on the wing there. Tarongo Tiki. Passed it inside. Is that Sam Morrison? Taking the inside ball. Nice inside line, Sam. And that goes to Pickering. And it's an advantage to Carterton. Well, that was a big hit, Ruben Weber. He put pay to that movement. Pickering now to Inia Cartier. Inia puts a little dab over the cross.
Not going to be enough.
Kaiwai back. And there's no advantage there. Oh, he ruled advantage over.
Quite sure.
Oh, that's because he took it back over the line, so it's a 5 metre scrum. So it's pretty good reffing.
It is actually, and look, you'd make that call. Do you
Very
want the
good
penalty back further?
Yeah.
Or do you want the scrum 5
Yeah.
metres out? Your call. I'd take the scrum 5 metres. Absolutely. I would have taken that scrum 5 metres out any day. When I was playing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful attacking position.
And great to see it's one of the parts of the stadium that's got sunlight on it. I feel sorry for the players actually sidelined. They'd be freezing right now because it is cold down there, despite the fact we've had a lovely day. If you're on the embankment side of the ground, you'll be loving it. Sun streaming at your face. Is that big Blair Hemming getting up there?
It
Just
is.
getting a little bit of attention, having a wee drink.
Just having a drink, having a rest. Yep. Father of.
Yeah, great to have Wacker involved. And again, talking of Carterton stalwarts, I think Wacker earlier this year played a pre-season game, thought he could still play. He realised after the game that wasn't the smartest of ideas. He's getting a little older now as Mike Wakefield, but again, a great club man, fellow referee, and great to see him so heavily involved.
Yeah, it definitely takes a few days to recover when you try and have a run around these days.
Yeah, I think at our age, Tony, that goes from days to weeks.
Yes. So Carterton picking feeds the scrum now to Tupo, who picks up off the back.
Oh, he's got to be close. He's got to be close, doesn't he?
He does. It was a really good tackle from Greydown because he is a very powerful man. And there's Tarongo at the back again.
So World Rugby base of the post is no longer a try.
No longer a try, that's right. He's held Sam Morrison just absolutely.
Oh, they're celebrating a little earlier, I think. I think that's held up.
Sam Morrison flying at the line.
Daryl Pickering, frustration of the heads on the head
first
going,
5-8.
come on. Carterton win a 5 metre scrum again. They're really testing Greyhound's defence, and it is holding.
Oh, no, that was Kane Osborne, sorry, who was absolutely flying at the line there. a lot of players have really done really well at working that inside line.
Yep.
Greydown were doing it earlier, and Carterton's doing it. They're punching that inside line. It sucks the people from outside in, and it creates these holes in there. Because as defensive systems, we're trying to drift out.
That's right.
So it makes you hold, and it creates space out wide. It's really good. And there's another scrum from Carterton. Pickering picks up.
No. Referee Payne says, no, I wasn't actually quite happy with that. What's going on here?
What's he ruled a reset here?
Yeah, I think he has. Not quite sure what the issue was.
Nah, neither am I. Sorry, I missed that one.
Too excited up here in the commentary box. That's what we are. 9-7. Of course, Greyhound still have that lead over Carterton. Carterton hot on attack. This is their third scrum, 5 metres out from the line, or fourth scrum, actually. And they're in a very, very good position. 8 off the back hasn't done so well for them so far,
No.
Tony. Maybe they need to bring one of their speedsters in.
Yep, absolutely, because Tupou is an extremely powerful man. It's a huge scrum from Greytown, massive. Yeah, there we go, Lewis Bush. Just putting massive heat on Marshall Lobb.
He just gets up. We smile on his
Yeah,
face.
I know, he knows.
Good as.
The big tight head prop knows what he's done for the team. Put that one in the back pocket. Well done, young man. And Mo'o, fella Nico to do the clearing kick. He's trying to get Greydown well outside their 22. And he clears it there about 10, 12 metres outside of 22. The score, is 9 points to 7 to Greytown. Someone just asked on Facebook.
Yep. So we've got Anton Persico sideline with a bit of a legend from the What Upper Times age, Chris Cogdale.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm here with Chris Cogdale. Chris, what do you make of this so far?
It was pretty cagey, isn't it? Especially from Greydown, surprisingly. But, geez, the influence of Zach Guilford at second five for them is obvious. But give those Carterton outside backs the ball at your peril, because they're certainly showing that they've got the intention to run it. And any little bit of space they're making the most of, aren't they? And Carterton starting to come back into it after a pretty sort of slow start. But I thought they've had the better of the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, totally agree with you, Coggy. Cheers for that. Back to you, boys.
Nice to hear those thoughts from Coggy there, BG.
Very much so. So we got a knock on from the line out there, Tony, and we've got a Carterton feed. About 15 into Greytown territory.
Carterton coming under massive pressure now. Tupou does very well to clear that from number 8. Gosh, he's a powerful man.
Look at him go.
Makes a good 12 metres there off the back of... And that was a scrum going backwards, getting peeled. So that's incredible. And they Carterton get the penalty there right in front of the posts. 26 metres, 28 metres out, 26 metres out.
It's almost half time. You'd be certainly looking to go for the goal, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
and that's
100%.
exactly what they've done.
Yeah.
Great call, Carterton. There's a lot of questions coming from Greytown as to why that penalty was awarded.
Yep. I think Zach might be inquiring about the last scrum too, BG, just looking at that. He's saying the prop standing up under pressure, you know. But I think referee Payne's got it under control so far. I think it's been...
Yeah, I think he's
managing it really well.
Really good job. As Carterton looks to line up the kick, this will give them a 1 point lead. If they manage to get this over, and it's under 2 minutes until half time. Just before they sort of line up that kick, and it looks like he's in a pretty handy position. Just a huge thank you to some of our sponsors, Rico, Scott's Ag, Daytech Engineering, Sign Factory, Farmlands, proud sponsors of the referees, Greenleys Print, WBS, Southeast and Northcote Associates. It's gone over. There it is. Carterton lead for the first time in the Moose Kapene final.
And a successful penalty to number 10 for Carterton, Sam Morrison. Puts Carterton in the lead, 10-9.
Well done from Carterton to get themselves back into this game. Greydown were playing percentages early, and a try and now a penalty. It's good. Coming into half time, so there's a minute to go.
They had to work hard, you know. That first 15 minutes there was a lot of nerves out there, and
Yep.
they've worked hard and they've got themselves back into this game. Greytown will really need to fire up now.
And that's a big high kick from Moore. Well done. That was a great take. Logan Wakefield. That's Marshall Lobb, loose head prop for Carterton, making some good yards there. And Pickering looking for the box kick. Puts it in. Tunner Isaac there waiting. No, Kingi Kaiwai takes that one.
It's a good option based on where the sun is, right?
It is.
When you're at that part of the paddock. So
Yep. Taylor Fenwick clearing to Nick Olsen. Nick Olsen to Zach Guilford running the unders line there. And he pops it out the back to Rihi Brown. Rihi Brown. Cheyenne there. Just takes it in. Cheyenne Harmon. And Taylor Fenwick to Tolu. Picks it down there. Taylor Fenwick looking at his options. Just assessing. Out to Lewis Bush. It's a really good tackle there. Logan Wakefield. Nice and low. Taylor Fenwick running to the line. Tipo there. Putting in a big shot.